Peggy Kelly. It's Good Morning Santa Paula. It's Thursday, November 18th, and we're right in the middle of going into the holiday season. Our guests today are the Grand Marshals of the Santa Paula Christmas Parade, Ron Merson and his wife Pamela Merson. Ron and Pam have been involved in the parades for many, many years, so this time he gets the both of them just get to relax and ride in the parade. So congratulations, Ron and Pam. And Pam, tell us where you're at. You're out of town.
I'm actually visiting our younger son and his family in San Luis Obispo because the kids have short days this week due to parent-teacher conferences.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And Ron, of course, you're in Santa Paula.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's okay. That's a good answer. Good answer. Okay, so now tell us, you two were involved, and actually Ron's been the coordinator of the Santa Paula Christmas Parade, which will be happening the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
For the first time in 2 years, I suppose. So how long have you two been involved in the parade?
Well, I started with the parades, with this Christmas parade, about 40 years ago when I was in the JCs with Frank Rivka from Frank's Swisher Shop back then, and then when the JCs folded, I moved it over to the Optimist Club because I needed some insurance. So I have done 38 Christmas parades.
Wow. And of course, and when you say you've done 38 parades, explain what a coordinator or parade coordinator, and Pam, jump in at any time because you've helped Ron at every parade, what a parade coordinator does.
Well, the parade coordinator...
Go ahead. I said I didn't actually start doing it with him until the kids got a little bit older. So maybe since the early 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So it's just, he's what, 38 years and you're maybe 30 years or something.
Yeah. That works.
Why are we
watched him?
A little older. Oh, I'm sure you did. And with the kids, which must have been a thrill for the kids. Yeah, absolutely. So what goes into putting the parade together?
Yeah, what the parade coordinator does, I call it the parade chairman. What I do is I make come up with the application, do the modifications, send all the applications out to invite people to join the parade and receive those and answer questions and make arrangements for, such as K80YTV being there and the equestrians and then the convertibles and all that, to put all the logistics of putting it together. Making arrangements for the announcer and those kinds of things, and then you process the applications and you confirm that people, let them know that I received them, and answer questions they might have, and then just organize the lineup. I try to create, I call it a show. The parade is a show, just like any other production. And I try to create a parade in my own head that's going to look good as far as each entry is different than the one in front of it or behind it. You don't put noisy things behind horses. Some of them like a band behind them, but a lot of them don't like noisy cars and things like that. You got to be careful. Try to put the kids at the front of the parade and the horses at the back of the parade for certain reasons. So we have those kinds of things, and then it's fun visiting with the people all these years, 38 years of doing the parades. Of course, I do the Christmas parade too, or the Labor Day parade also. Done a bunch of 17 of those, so I like to say I've done 59 parades so far. This will be my 59th parade in Santa Paula. So
wow.
And then Pam helps me out a lot. I give her credit for it. It's both of us because I'm on the forefront, but Pam's behind me, but she's the one that supports. I mean, she proofreads things, she listens to my complaints or discussions or talk and so on.
She problem solves.
Problem solve. But then on parade day, what do you do on parade day, Pam? That's an important part of it too.
Well, on parade day, I go in, and usually with Ruth Rope lately, we arrive about 8:30, and there are always people there waiting for us, even though we say we start checking at 9. And we give people their place in the parade. We try and get them to understand where they should be lining up. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. That's why we have other people helping to direct them. We give them a number that they display on a certain place depending on the type of entry, whether it's a vehicle or a marching group. And then we just answer a whole bunch of questions a lot of the time. And we make sure the politicians are behaving, because sometimes they want to pass all sorts of stuff out, and we say, no, not here.
Mm-hmm.
And we just try and keep them, what's the word I'm saying, in line. I mean, really.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No pun intended. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, really.
Why do people throw candy though? Now, I mean, politicians, you know, they consider any of their information, I'm sure, candy. But we have people in the parade and they're told not to throw candy. But by golly, sometimes we have people that throw candy.
Yeah,
Well,
we struggle with that one to get them to not do it. We do our best, but you want to keep it. I explain why, you know, because it might hit somebody, you know, hit another child, or there's been an accident.
or a car or a horse could react to it, and the child would be in the way.
Yeah.
Sure, I've seen kids
So
try to
we-
run out the street, but their parents grab them, you know, because they want to get the candy.
You know, over the years, 40 years of doing parades, you kind of learn what are the safety things, you know. We try to be very careful. You know, that's why I discourage the cars from hopping, because, you know, I've heard of stories, you know, the low riders. There's been stories about something breaking and a part shooting out, you know, and people have been injured, so we try to be careful about that.
Not at our parade, though.
Huh?
Not at the
Our
Santa.
parade, no. We've been lucky. In our parade, in all these parades, there's only been one injury. And that was a horse a long time ago over on 4th Street. The horse kind of got sideways on the curb of the sidewalk, and a rider fell off and fractured her pelvis.
Oh, no.
Frustrating. And she lived in
This
Paso
wasn't during the
Robles.
parade.
It wasn't during the parade, it was just before the parade, and so that was the only injury we've had in all those years. And she just said, that's part of horses. You got, you know, they can be a little shitty sometimes. And
Yeah.
I
Well,
called her, and she was nice about it and said everything's okay. But it was a painful ride to Paso Robles in that pulling that horse trailer, you know, with bouncing on the highway. So, but you know, we've had a good time, you know, and quite frankly, made a lot of good friends over the years. People that have seen us year after year out there. And, you know, you've watched me. I wave to a lot of people that know me in the parade, the Topa Topa guys and the band guy. They know, you know, Jerry Cruz. I shake band director's hand. That came from Lou Lingo. You remember him?
Yes, of course.
Lou Lingo. And he always shook my hand as he went by. And so I just carried that on with the bands. You know, I like to do it if they'll do it. It's just, that's part of the friendliness. We try to create a fun and friendly parade that everybody enjoys. And you see how many people come down there. It's grown. You know, I mean, one time they estimated there were about 10,000 people on the sidewalks watching the parade. That's a lot of people in Santa Paula. So,
Absolutely. Well, they come from throughout the county. Yeah, we have people come from throughout Ventura County and that come out to the parade here because they love a parade and they don't often get one. I know they have one in Camarillo and they have a few here and there, but Santa Paula's got the parade in Santa Paula's got just a wonderful reputation for, you know, just being spectacular and loads of fun.
Topa Topa flywheelers say that Santa Paula is the friendliest and most welcoming parade. That people smile and wave to the tractor drivers, and it doesn't necessarily happen in other places. They love Santa Paula. I've heard that over and over again from Bob Bogle, you know. They really enjoy coming here. You know, the story keeps coming to Scott. We talked about my son Scott, and his father-in-law had a nice convertible, an old classic that he was fixing years ago, and Scott egged him on to get that car fixed in time for a parade. And Scott's wife got to ride with her dad in the Christmas parade years ago. We invited him to come. She was already done it. She got to ride in the Grand Marshal's car before. So that was he came from Manhattan Beach to bring that car through the parade. So that was a fun story. The family's been involved in years, and they come and visit. A lot of times they're here for the weekends and just to come to see the parade and watch it while we're out, you know, we're putting it all together.
Yeah, you guys are busy the whole time, you know, you really are. Now, and speaking of cars, I guess you're going to be, tell us what wonderful car you two are going to be riding in.
I believe that I've got it set up with George Gonzalez is going to bring, it's in like a 1960s, I don't know, but it's a Cadillac convertible, a brown Cadillac convertible. It's all been completely restored. It is a beautiful car, and I asked him if he would take me through the parade in that because I love that car. And he might get his brother to bring a car just for a second one for showpiece. So, yeah.
Yeah, we might put our younger son and his family in it.
Yeah,
Oh, that would be cool.
yeah, they're gonna. I don't know yet. Pam's asking them to see if they're gonna come and visit with us. So, since
Still sort of up in the air.
Yeah, oh, sure,
but if
sure.
they show up, I got a car for them. So.
Boy, I'm telling you, and of course this year they're gonna have the parade at night.
It's
And
gonna be.
they tried that a few years ago, so, and now the Chamber of Commerce is taking care of the parade,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, after all these years, I've been trying to look for someone to take it over, to take my place. It is, it's a fun job, but it is a lot of work. It's about 6 months to plan it. You know, you start back in July or June, July to get ready for the parade, and it's months of work getting ready for it. And it's kind of it seems like simple when you're watching it, but there's a lot to it to get it there, and I don't think a lot of people are interested in that. And the chamber wanted to do some changes, and they talked to us about it, and decided that the chamber would take the parade, that I'm advising them this year. It kind of has gone back home to them, because years ago the parade was coordinated by the JCs, which is a Junior Chamber of Commerce, so they were kind of similar to that, and then of course the fire department's involved. I don't know, the history, I just diverted. The very first parade was a guy, forgot his first name, but his name was Cronin, and he was in the fire department, and he went down Main Street with his Jeep with Santa Claus in the back of it, heading east, and he turned right on 10th Street and went into the fire station there, and that's the beginning of the Christmas parade in Santa Paula, with the fire department taking Santa Claus, and that is why there is a fire engine at the end of the parade and Santa Claus rides on it. Because that's the history of that's the tradition of the parade, and this will be the 71st parade that they've done that. So
isn't that amazing?
It's the longest running Christmas parade in Santa Paula, in Ventura County, and it is the first Christmas parade of the holiday season. That's why it's always been the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it certainly has. It's always been considered as kicking off the holiday season is the parade,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and the chamber's taking it over, and I think they're going to do a great job with it. So it's looking up, and it's going to be a nighttime parade, and there's some people want that. So it's mixed feelings, just like anything else. You have some people. But it's different, and we're hoping that people will get into it with the lights on their vehicles and things like that. So
yeah, absolutely. It'd be nice too if they get the shops on Main Street to all light up as much.
That's what they're working on, so we'll see what happens.
Great. What's been your favorite part of the parade, Pam, as far as working on it or watching it or whatever?
Well, when I first started working with Ron, I actually did a lot of computer work because it was just easier and faster sometimes for me to type and him to dictate.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
I
Makes
enjoy
him
meeting.
in control.
I beg your pardon?
I said it makes him think he's in control.
Oh yes, true. But I really enjoy seeing all the people on parade day. The checking in and being able to answer their questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you guys have you ever been in a parade before? Either this one, the Labor Day, or anything like that?
No.
In the spotlight, we've never had a float in the parade because they're all busy with the parade.
One way or another.
Yeah. So maybe you encourage them to be in this parade Saturday.
I was in I was in a citrus parade a long time ago with the Odd Fellows, with Les Malin, and we did the doodahs where we used the remember they brought those garbage cans with the flip lids?
Yes.
And we introduced the Odd Fellows. We had we'd go over to people and flip the lid up. We were a garbage can drill team or something, and we were promoting using those garbage cans. And that was the only parade I've ever actually participated in. That one with the Odd Fellows, and that was when the Kiwanis did the citrus parade.
Oh yes, that used to be another parade in Santa Paula, was the citrus parade.
Yeah.
That ended years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. With the Kiwanis fading out and the citrus festival kind of went away, that just faded out, that kind of thing. So
yeah, which is sad, and I'm glad that the Christmas parade isn't going anywhere except east on Main Street. So that's wonderful. It's back, especially after after the pandemic and everything like that. It's just people, I'm sure there's going to be a huge crowd.
Oh, yeah.
I know Veterans Day the other day, we had a huge crowd. I mean, people are just very interested in the traditions and the things, and they're being careful, you know, but and of course, when you're outdoors, it is a little different. It's not as stressful, but, you know, I really anticipate that the Christmas parade's going to be just wonderful.
I think so, because when we did the Labor Day parade, you know, a couple of months ago,
How huge that was.
yeah, and I got a sense that people I got a feeling, I couldn't put it, nobody said it, but you could tell the people in the parade and watching the parade, they were happy. You just got this feeling. It seemed like a little bit different atmosphere. Didn't you remember that, Peggy? It kind of seemed,
Yeah.
It seemed
Yeah.
different, didn't
We
it?
were just really delighted to
Yes.
be out seeing other people and enjoying something together.
Yeah, that's what was going on.
Yeah, it's just, in Santa Paula is a very, you know, unique town, and it has been a huge attraction, our parades and things like that. So it's a way to show off Santa Paula and show off all our kids, our wonderful kids that are in the parades, and, you know, all the different groups and the whole thing. So I'm delighted. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Anything you'd like to add, Ron?
No, I think Peggy, you know, over the years we've worked together. You know, you as two fronts. You've been a great supporter. The Santa Paula Times have supported these parades a lot. You know that, and you love it too. You know, you're part of it, and you've been a great supporter, and the promotion, the advertising, and the recognitions. We really appreciate that, because that's part of what made the parade what it is. But also, you've been the announcer all these years for the parades, which is you're good at that. You're a great announcer. You know people. You've got a sense of humor to go along with it. You know, and then, you know, and Bob's here, K80Y-TV. I mean, the fact is, these years he got connected with us. We've had the parades going. You can watch it live. You remember John Proctor called you from Tennessee during the parade because he was watching it live streaming? That was so
funny.
That was funny. You go, what? You were talking to John during the parade because he was watching it live. You know, I mean, that was something. I mean, see, these are kind of fun stories. We've had a good time over the years.
Yes.
And
of course, Bob keeps them up too. And I think, what was it, last year? I know Bob's in the background here, but last year you reran the last one, or the one before that,
yes,
on kytv.com, and so everybody could enjoy a Christmas parade, even though it was the one before that. So that was
back, and you can watch the past parades. They're in the archives. You can go back and watch them. So, you know, and I'm thinking of Pam. You know, we're talking about what we're doing out there on Main Street, and Pam and Ruth are back there at the gazebo checking people in, and they get to see the parade as if they come up. Labor Day comes up Mill, and they get to see the end of it as they finish off. But so I think she misses out on all the fun that goes on down on
Well,
Main.
she won't even see this one though, because she's going to be in it.
Yeah, she'll get to wave to everybody.
Yeah, you'll have to wait till now.
We can always get out of the car and go back down and watch the rest of the parade.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Well, other people have, so, you know, absolutely. Okay, and Pam, anything you'd like to add, or any thought you have?
No, just looking forward to it. A week from today.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a week from today you're coming back to town, or what's?
Oh, I'm sorry. A week from today is Thanksgiving. So yes, I'll be back in town on Saturday. This Saturday.
Yes.
And,
Well, I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving too, so that's okay.
Yeah. Well, the other grandparents are spelling in on Sunday.
Sure. So the parade is Saturday. Let's see, what's the date on that? The 26th. 27th, 5:30.
Yep.
East Main Street in Santa Paula, and they're going to be having some sort of an event beforehand. I guess they're having like a harvest festival downtown beforehand with lots of shopping opportunities and
maybe
things.
They're going to be up at I think they're going to be up at the depot too. Isn't the farmers?
Well, I think they're going to do that, yeah, with the farmers market.
Yeah.
But are they doing something the next day before the parade?
I don't think they're doing anything down on Main Street, Santa Paula. That's what I heard.
Fine.
They're leaving that open so that people can get in there and get the shopping at the stores, but then they can line up there, get there, you know, ahead of time.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Yeah, well, you're right though. They will be having a harvest festival at the farmers market the night before, and over there off of Santa Barbara Street at the intersection of Mill, and they've got a great farmers market. And then Saturday, of course, Thursday's Thanksgiving, Friday's the farmers market, Saturday is the parade, and I guess Sunday will truly be a day of rest after all of that.
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay, well, listen, it was wonderful talking to you guys. And I'm so excited for you. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon, okay?
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, once again, I'm Peggy Kelly with the Mighty Santa Paula Times, and this is Good Morning Santa Paula. You'll be able to watch it on kadytv.com, excuse me, and also on cable channel 10. And don't forget to watch, and if you do see it on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, and that way we can bring more programming to you. And once again, thank you to Ron and Pam Merson, and congratulations. They're the 2021 Christmas Parade Grand Marshals. And come downtown and see them. Bye-bye.